Today, we're going to be talking about email etiquette or manners, and we're going to discuss it for the Canvas inbox. You can see that I have one unread message right now in my inbox because I have the little number 1 beside it. I like sending messages through the Canvas inbox because a duplicate email is also sent to my Gmail account. Let's take a look at some real emails that I've gotten from students. I've scratched out their names so that they don't get embarrassed. This email from a 5th grader, the subject is cowed. I'm not sure what a cowed is, and so I like that their subject is short and that it's the main thing that they're writing about, but I didn't understand what made cowed meant. So I wrote back to the student. I hit this reply arrow so that their message would be attached to mine, and I wrote, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Are you asking you need a charging cord? If so, you need to have your teacher contact Mr. Matt because I am at West today. And then the student never responded. So I don't know if I answered their question or not. I kept it in my inbox for a while, and then eventually I just archived the message because I figured, well, I hope they got it sorted out. When somebody is helping you, you could reply to them and say, okay, thanks. Or if I didn't actually help this person and they needed more help, they could have hit the reply arrow and they could have said, no, I actually was looking for my code or something like that. Let's look at another example. This one, the student wrote a full sentence as their subject. That's not typically done in emails. The email subject should be one word or a very short phrase. I did like that this person wrote a complete sentence that was easy for me to understand. There are some mistakes in it. It should have been 2 sentences. They have a little typing error, but I could figure out what they were saying. They wrote, can you tell me what we are doing in class? My live is not working. And so then I was able to hit the reply arrow so that their message and my message were connected, and I was able to reply to their question. In this example, the subject is hey. Although the subject's short, that really doesn't tell me what the email's about. Your subject should be what you are writing about. The question they have is how do you reset it? So a subject could have been reset. But this person didn't really give me enough information. How do you reset it? Reset what? I don't know what this 5th grader is talking about. So I replied back to them. I said, can you be more specific? What are you trying to reset? And they never responded. That's not good email etiquette. So he asked for help. I responded to try to help. He could have hit the reply button and said, never mind, I figured it out. He could have hit it and said, I'm trying to reset my pixel art project or whatever it was he was trying to reset. And then I would have been able to help him. In this one, the subject is, again, that doesn't tell me what the email's about. The subject should be a short word or phrase that explains what you're writing about. And this one says, I submit, did you not get it? So I replied to them, please make your email more clear. Which assignment are you referring to? I have 700 students. I'm not looking back to figure out what assignment out of 5, 6, 10, however many assignments this kid has to figure out which one he didn't submit. It's too time consuming. So I replied to him asking for the assignment so I could check it for him, but he didn't reply. Let's look at a good email. This one, the subject was started by me, and I wrote to them about the missing assignment they had, and I linked it at the bottom. If the student just said, I just sent it, I would not know what it is. But they didn't use the compose button to make a new email. They used the reply arrow so that our messages are connected. See, I have 2 connected messages here. This one has 3 connected messages. This one has 2. This one has 3. So by using the reply arrow when you're continuing a conversation, the messages stay connected together. So when I needed to figure out what it was, all I had to do was scroll down and I could see exactly which assignment this was. And because I had linked it, I just was able to click that link and jump to it. That made it very easy for me to check. And then I hit the reply arrow to respond back to them. And I said, thank you, you did a nice job on it. This is a good email. So remember, subjects should be short. They should not be a complete sentence. They should be what you're writing about. So this one was a specific subject, technology grade, 2nd quarter. The reason we put clear subjects in our emails is so that they're easy to find later if we archive them, which means put them in a saved folder, or if they're still in our inbox. You also want to make sure you're using the pencil to start a new conversation, but if you're replying to a conversation, continuing that talking back and forth, you use the reply arrow. So now that I'm back in Canvas, I'm going to click on my inbox. And you can see that this blue dot means I have a new message. For your assignment today, you need to respond to the message that I sent you about your grade. So Talasia and I have been talking back and forth a good bit. This is the 5th message that she sent. And I have zoomed in just now so that I can hide her grade because I don't want to give any personal information. But what I did want you to see is that she had used the reply arrow to reply to my message. And she didn't mean to send that to me, so she just simply replied again and said that she didn't mean for it to be me. Since I'm zoomed in right now, my tools that are usually on the right-hand side have moved over. But I did want to show you the different tools. So we've talked about compose and we've talked about reply. I want to remind us about the trash can and about the archive. I never delete emails that are important from students. Obviously, this one where we were writing about her grade is an important email that I want to keep. If you hit delete, it is gone forever. It is gone instantly. You cannot get it back. So if you have an important email from your teacher, I would recommend you archive it. You can always delete those in the archive at the end of the year. So I'm going to hit this archive button and it'll ask if I'm sure I want to archive it. Yes, I do. So I'll hit OK. All right, let me zoom back out now. Okay, so now it's back to normal view. And if I wanted to see those archived messages, I could go from my inbox into my archived folder, and then I can see all of the archived messages from students in there. If I wanted to search for a particular student, all I have to do is type in their name, and I can pick the one I need, and I can see all of our messages back and forth. So if you were looking for a message from a particular teacher, you could do the same. But your assignment for me today is to find the email that I wrote to you on your technology class day that says Technology Grade 2nd Quarter. You'll need to click on that email so it appears on the conversation side. Once you can see the conversation and you can read it, then you will have access to this reply arrow. Do not use the pencil to reply to your grade. For instance, I'm going to click on this email. I can read the grade. I can hit reply. And you can see it will already pick me as the course. I'm replying to Charlotte, but yours would say my name inside of it. It will already give you the subject. There's nothing you need to change up here when you're replying. You just click in the big box to type. So if you got an O or an S, you might just say thank you, or thanks for letting me know my grade, or that's great, I worked really hard. If you got an N or a U, that means you didn't pass. So you could say, sorry that I didn't do my assignments, or I will be sure to work harder next time, or something like that. And after you've acknowledged that you've received your grade, you will hit the send button to give it to me. That completes your email assignment, and you can move on to your typing and code assignments.